Good morning, everyone. My name is Joshua Medalugdog, and today we will be talking about the respiratory system organs and their functions. So, when you think of the processes of breathing, the lungs probably come to mind. The lungs are the main organ of the respiratory system. However, many other organs are also needed for the process of respiration to take place. So here are the organs of the respiratory systems. Organs in your respiratory system include your nose, your mouth, the larynx, the pharynx, the lungs, and then the diaphragm. So let's talk about first the nose and the mouth. So the nose and the mouth form the main external openings and the mark of the beginning of the conducting zone of the airway or the respiratory tract. The nasal cavity situated behind the nose contains hair and filters and humidifies air. Most large environmental pollutants are trapped in the mucus secreted by the cells of the nose and nasal cavity. The mouth is unable to reproduce all the functions of the nasal cavity and acts as a second opening when the nose is either blocked or when there is an immediate need for large air quantities of air. And then the larynx. Air then passes into the larynx follows the pharynx, and its main functions is the production of sound. The flow of air through this region can influence pitch and volume. Air then enters the trachea, a long tube that is covered by a series of cartilaginous rings which help this tubular structure retain its shape during inhalation and exhalation. Then the pharynx. Air then passes into the pharynx, which is also involved in swallowing. The epiglottis prevents the movement of food into the respiratory tract and then misdirection of air towards the esophagus. When the epiglottis doesn't function properly, small particles can enter the trachea. These are removed through coughing. And then we have the lungs. Lungs are made of spongy tissues containing many vascular tissues and much of the airway that appears after the trachea. A pleural membrane allows these paired organs to expand and contract with minimal friction. The left lung is smaller than the right due to the location of the heart on the left side of the thoracic cavity. And then we have the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that curves upwards towards the lung. When it contracts, it becomes flattened and therefore increases the volume of the thoracic cavity. Similarly, contraction of the external intercostal muscles moves the ribs upwards and outwards. This increase in volume leads to a drop in pressure within the lungs, allowing air to flow passively into the airways. Gas exchange occurs at alveoli till muscles relax, reversing the process. That's all. Thank you for listening.